Hello, welcome to today's foraging video. My name is Rose Betony and I'm bringing you some foraging videos on behalf of a circle of Life Rediscovery. And I've just been out on a beautiful, almost sunset kind of forage, and look at my basket, it's totally full of wonderful, abundant wild medicine. So I'm a medical herbalist, and when I forage I tend to always mix food and medicine together. For me, they are one of the same thing. So sometimes we'll make preparations that are designed to be very medicinal, and sometimes there'll be a preparation that's designed to cross those barriers, which these amazing ingredients here are going to go into one of those things. So let me show you what I've got in my basket. I've got this ground ivy, which is perfectly in flower, and it's the best time of year to forage it in abundance for food and medicine right now. The beloved and also vilified dandelion flowers. And I've also got the dandelion leaves at the back here as well, with the classic toothed shape, dandelion, the tooth of the lion. They used to say is what it looked like. So that's a bit of fun. I've got these beautiful young soft nettle tops, full of delicious nutritious medicine. And then I've got the very familiar sticky weed, cleavers, goosegrass, whatever you like to call it, sometimes sticky willy. So here we go, that's the, oh actually, I've also picked some branches over here of silver birch leaves. So the young silver birch leaves I'm going to use in my recipe today. So all of these wild weeds are all very abundant in the south of England, where I am on my farm today, where I foraged from organic land in areas that I know is completely safe and free from pesticides. And so these are all really in abundance, and they're really good wild weeds to get to know. And they all have medicinal benefits today. So just as a really very quick overview of some of the medicine that we'll have in this basket right now. Ground ivy is actually related to mint. It's in the mint family, and it's very aromatic. It has this beautiful, lovely, musky, minty smell to it. And it's incredibly good medicine for sore throats and congested catarrhal conditions, and as an expectorant if you have a chesty, mucousy cough as well, a productive cough. So it's very good at soothing a sore throat. So you can have it as a tea, or take it as make it into another medicine like a tincture. And so it's particularly used for upper respiratory infections. The nettle, I could do a whole video talking about the medicine of nettle, but very briefly, it's absolutely jam-packed with nutrition, full of vitamins and minerals. It is literally a superfood. And in England, we are so blessed with an abundance of nettles. It is also antihistamine, so it can be used during the hay fever season for anyone who's prone to allergies or allergic reactions. As well, it also helps to balance blood sugar levels. It can help nursing mothers to promote milk flow, and it's a great diuretic. So if anyone's prone to having water retention and swollen ankles and bloating around your menstrual cycle and so forth, nettles can really help with that as well. It's also really great for rheumatic conditions. It helps sort of take out the uric acid from your body if you're prone to aches and pains and arthritis and so forth as well. I'm sure there's so much more that I could say about nettle, but in that quick intro there. The dandelion, the leaf is also incredibly diuretic as well. So and while it takes out the water from your body, it also replenishes the essential minerals that you might lose at the same time. So it is a complete medicine in itself. And it's, again, jam-packed with vitamins and minerals. It's also kind of bitter. On the bitter scale, it's mildly bitter. So bitter is very good for us, actually. If you were to eat something bitter, you'll notice that you'll instantly start salivating in your mouth, and then that will be producing digestive enzymes, and then you swallow that down into your digestive system, and it basically stimulates your whole digestive process and kind of says, wake up, get ready to go, ready to digest my food, please. And so it can be really great for sluggish bowels, bloating, any sort of skin issues, and when the toxins are kind of coming out onto your skin, like acne or eczema or dermatitis and stuff as well, it can really be very cleansing. The same with nettle, it's very cleansing in that scenario too. The French used to call it pissenlit, which means wet the bed, because it is such a strong diuretic. But to stimulate so now I'm going to turn this basket full of spring goodness, mega spring medicine, into a spring tonic. And it's the most simple recipe, but for me it's something that I would not live without in the springtime. It is my go-to recipe every year for a spring tonic, to see me through the year, to store this. So what you need is a jar. I'm going to use a really big one because, as I said, I use this recipe all the time. You need a chopping board and a knife, and you need some apple cider vinegar, ideally the raw, organic, unfiltered, that contains the mother. And what we're going to do is we're going to chop up all of our herbs and put them into this jar here, layer them up so it looks all really pretty. Pack the jar really full with all of the herbs, and then basically cover it in apple cider vinegar, and then that's it. But prod it down a little bit, get rid of all the air bubbles, make sure the apple cider vinegar comes right to the top of the jar so there's no air at the top there, and all of the plants are submerged under the vinegar. And then leave that in a dark cupboard, labelled well, for a month before straining. You'll then have this vinegar preparation, which you could either take as a tonic, a daily tonic, a teaspoon to a tablespoon in the morning, mixed in warm water or cold water. Or you could, if you wanted to, you could add hot water and honey and take it as an oxymel preparation, which might be more palatable for children, for example. Or you could also just use it in your cooking. You could use it on salad dressings and to flavour food. So you could be helping to get the wonders of the weeds as medicine into your diet in multiple ways. So you don't need to have this whole selection of herbs that I've chosen today. I've got ground ivy, cleavers, nettles, dandelion flowers and leaf, and silver birch leaves is my abundant selection for today. But you could just use one or two of the plants that you have available to you at this time. My strong suggestion would be nettles and cleavers. Both are very easy to identify. Both are in abundance, often in the hedgerows, and that combination of the nutrient-dense nettles and the cleansing support to our lymphatic system from the cleavers is going to be absolutely ace. I am going the whole way with my massive spring tonic today, but as I said, just use the herbs that you have available to you and make yourself a herbal infused vinegar. Yes. So here we are. I've chopped up all of my herbs into a giant kilner jar. I've pushed them down quite a lot. So I've got the ground ivy, the dandelion flowers, silver birch leaves, nettles, and the dandelion leaves. And I've got my giant tub of raw, unfiltered, organic apple cider vinegar. I go through 10 of these in a season, making infused vinegars on my workshops and to sell as well on my online shop. Different flavors, different medicines, food as medicine. And so yes, basically all you do is you just pour it in. This is one of the simplest recipes, but I tell you, it is incredibly effective. This is essentially like making a tincture, but using apple cider vinegar instead of alcohol. So, you know, obviously some people, alcohol's not suitable for everyone. And so apple cider vinegar can be a great alternative. Children tend to love the apple cider vinegar mixed with honey, taken as the oxmel, as I mentioned earlier. And obviously apple cider vinegar has all the additional benefits on its own as well. It's really, it's used for rheumatic conditions and arthritis. It's used to nourish skin and hair as a tonic, so taken internally for that as well. And it's particularly when it's with the mother, it has the fermented benefits of really helping your digestive system as well. So, oh hello, I've got some visitors on my video. Hi, I'm busy recording a video now. So, yeah, apple cider vinegar, basically raw, organic, unfiltered, with the mother, is medicine in itself, as you very well may know already. So you can see I've filled it up to the top, and then it's all kind of, it's all gone down again as it slowly filters all the way through. I'm going to press down and press out all of the air bubbles. I actually think I'm going to use the... Okay, now I'm going to fill it up again right to the top and cap it. Now I'm going to leave this in a dark cupboard for a month to infuse. And the apple cider vinegar is going to extract and preserve the medicinal qualities of all of these plants in the vinegar. So yeah, it's basically in a similar way to a tincture. It is mildly inferior to an alcoholic tincture. You know, it extracts a marginally less of the medicinal benefits of the plants than alcohol does. But I don't think it's, you know, it's not such a biggie. It's still a very good, very simple, easy way to make yourself a spring tonic medicine. So I hope you've enjoyed the video today, and I look forward to sharing more wild medicine and foraging videos with you soon.